Today we're going to talk about the pension because it is a hot topic here in the news media here in the city of Memphis. Is it broke or is it not broke? We're having a hard time trying to sort it all out. We can't ever get a straight answer from politicians, news media, reporters. We're not getting the straight scoop. I find it hard to believe that we can't get to the bottom of the pension. Reason being is it's just numbers. If I wanted to look up Pete Rose's baseball stats from slugging percentage to on-base percentage from the 60s, I'd be able to look it up because it's just numbers. Okay? The same thing with the pension. It's just numbers. So it can't be that hard. So what I did is I took our pension plan and I took the report and I had it broken down by a financial officer, by a finance company, because I don't have a background in finance. I run into burning buildings. I'm not that smart, so I had somebody break it down for me and make it into elementary form so I could understand it. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to take that information and relay it to you. Okay, there's a couple of things that I want you to know. Okay, right now, as of today, there's $2.2 billion inside the pension. That's a large number, $2.2 billion. There's only 309 million people in the United States of America. Okay? There's $2.2 billion in the pension. Okay? Let's reference that into some time. Okay? A fire chief told me the difference of being able to wrap my mind around the difference between a million and a billion. So I'm going to give you the example he gave me. If you have 1 million seconds, that's the equivalent of 12.7 days. So we'll round that up to 13 days. If you have 1 billion seconds, that's the equivalent to 33 years. That's the difference between 1 million and 1 billion for you to be able to get the concept of the difference of how big the number $2.2 billion is. Okay? The city's been using a term called unfunded liability. What is that term? You never hear a politician explain unfunded liability. So I'm going to explain it for you. The actual definition of unfunded liability is any expense that does not have savings or investments set aside to pay it. I have unfunded liability. I have a mortgage on this house. I cannot pay it off by the end of this weekend. That's unfunded liability. The bank's not going to come to me and make me pay off my house by the end of this weekend. It was set aside to make monthly payments to meet our goal at the end of the mortgage. Okay, there's a period of time set aside for that. The same thing is inside the pension. Over a period of time, people retire, people contribute, make payments, retirees take it out. It's just that simple. Okay, the pension has $2.2 billion in it. Okay, so just keep up with that number. All right, so we're going to take a look at exactly how the pension works and how we contribute money into it. Okay, it's very important for all the employees of the city of Memphis understand how it works, so then they understand what people are talking about. So I've got this special chart here. My wife loves it when I use it for her elementary school. Okay, so here's our pension, $2.2 billion in there, okay? I always look at this as a big ball of money, okay? Because that's really what it is, a big ball of money. The city contributes 6%. The actual ordinance states no less than 6%. That's only 3.1% of the city budget, okay? So they put in 6%, goes into the big ball of money. It's only 3.1% of their budget. The employees, all employees for the city of Memphis, are putting in 8%, except for police and fire. If you have more than 10 years on the job, when they change the pension plan, you're only putting in 6.5%. Okay? If you were employed before 1983, you're only putting in 6%. If you have less than 10 years on the job, you're putting in 8%. Okay? So this money contributed into the big ball of money. Okay, this big ball of money is then invested into the market. When it goes into the market, it gets broke down into several different areas. You can actually pull up the information and see where this money's being invested and what the gains are and the return is over each quarter. Okay, and that's what I was able to do. So it gets invested into the market, and it, depending on the market, it's either going to grow or it's going to decline. Okay, more than not, it will grow. Okay, so let's think about that. It's going to grow. Big time money in this country, billionaires, millionaires, they invest their money into the market. Why? Because it wins. Okay, I'm sure that Federal Express, the owner, I'm sure he invests money. I'm sure Donald Trump invests money. And the reason why they invest money into the market is because it wins. It's a long-term investment that will win. They tell you to put your money in the market, right? Because it's going to win. Over a long period of time, the market's going to win. Yes, it's going to take dips. It's just the way it is. But over the period of time, it's going to win. So let's take a look at what our pension has done since 1996. I find it very interesting because, they want to say that the pension's in trouble, but I don't understand how it's in trouble if you look back throughout the history of the pension fund, okay? Right here, it's very simple. In 1996, we had $1.3 billion in the pension, okay? So then I looked at 2002, $1.5 billion. 2005, we had $2 billion, okay? In 2008, the market took a pretty good hit, okay? So it dropped our pension fund to $1.4 billion. But, as in true fashion of our stock market here in the United States of America, in 2010, our pension fund was back at $1.9 billion, okay? So you can see over a short period of time of what happens, okay? So as of last year, $2.1 billion. As of this very moment, today, in the city of Memphis's pension, we have $2,203,676,597. $2.2 billion is what we have in the pension. It has grown 17%. Keep in mind, this is after retirees have drawn their money out of it. It's still gaining money. I don't understand how that's broken. We're all not going to retire tomorrow, and it's still gaining money. There's going to be some years down the road that will probably take a hit, but nobody can predict that. That's what the financial guy told me, is over a long period of time, they cannot give you an honest statement of what's going to happen with the market. It goes up and down, but it's going to win. In the long run, it's going to win. So, keep this in mind. We do not get Social Security. If the city paid Social Security, it would be 6.2%. Right now, they're only paying in 6%. So right there, we're saving money for the city, for the taxpayers. So we don't get that benefit, so it helps save money for the city. So, real quick, unfunded liability. Not everybody's going to retire tomorrow. There's $2.2 billion right now in the pension fund. City workers contribute 8%. Some contribute 6.5%. The city puts in 6%. We do not get Social Security, so the city doesn't have to put in 6.2%. So we're saving money there. That money gets invested. It's such a large amount of money. It gets broke down into several different areas. So it has a better chance for gains. It's proven over the period that I went from just 1996 to today of what the market has done for our pension. We can all see that it wins, okay? And I hope this helps explain a little bit of how the pension works and what we contribute. So now you can take this information and make a judgment for yourself of what you think's wrong with the pension. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I like to thank all the firefighters. Good job yesterday. There was a lot of fires in the city. A high-rise fire was one of them. Good job, brothers and sisters. You make me proud to be part of this fire department. Stay safe out there, and I I hope you enjoyed this information. Have a good one.